and approaching our area from multiple different directions. The first complex of storms is sweeping across southeastern Minnesota right now, across Goodhue County to Rice County through Waseca County, moving into Steele County right now. Owatonna is already likely seeing some very heavy rain and wind that is approaching the Rochester area as well. I'm also keeping a very close eye on this Boeing segment of severe thunderstorms that is producing confirmed 80-mile-per-hour winds, which are very destructive. That is approaching north central Iowa, and that will be knocking on our door relatively soon. So I'm just sort of briefing everybody on what exactly is happening right now. Across the entire viewing area, we have a severe thunderstorm warning across all of Dodge County down into Mower County over to Olmsted County. This does include Rochester, Stewartville, Casson, Mantorville, Dodge Center, Byron, Sargent, Hayfield, Lansing, Blooming Prairie. We're all under the severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect until 11:15 tonight. We're seeing winds of potentially up to 70 miles per hour, hail 1.25 inches in diameter. That's pretty large, so large hail is a concern with this as well. They even note that a tornado is possible. It's not confirmed. This is not a tornado warning. Sometimes they will say that a tornado is possible with a severe thunderstorm warning, so if we do see a tornado warning across the area, it could be associated with this storm. Again, not a tornado warning yet, but it's something we're going to be keeping an eye out for. The main concern right now is the 70-mile-per-hour winds and some large hail. This is the storm itself moving through Goodhue County right now. It was previously warned, let's take a look here, for 70-mile-per-hour winds, so it's decreased a little bit in their warning intensity, but the hail size or the concern for large hail has increased. So a lot of this is based off of radar indication, not confirmed, but it is radar indicated, so it very well could be happening. Now we're going to move to the southwest, and this is quite the formidable round of showers and thunderstorms moving out of northwestern Iowa right now into north central Iowa. Storm Lake, Spencer are taking the brunt of this storm right now. When you see a signature like this, where you have this large bow and then what's called the bookend vortex right about here is spinning a little centralized area of low pressure. When you see that, that means there are very strong winds associated with that storm, and they have been observed gusts of 80 miles an hour with this storm as it just barrels east towards portions of our viewing area, north Iowa near Forest City down to Garner, Britt. No severe thunderstorm warning yet, but within the next hour to two, you guys are very likely to be under one. This is unlikely to stop. This is probably going to be just going to continue to track across North Iowa. We have plenty of moisture, dew points in the low to mid 70s. We have ample instability across the area. There's really no reason to indicate that this storm is going to weaken as it continues, or weaken over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Will probably weaken over the next hour or so. So we are definitely very concerned about this storm as well. I'm just going to zoom in to take a better look at the warning here for Emmett, Kossuth, and Palo Alto County. Again, this is not in our DMA. I'm just kind of showing you what this storm has been doing. It kind of gives us kind of a brief look of what it could do once it reaches our area. They know a tornado is possible. Wind speeds of up to 80 miles an hour. Hail, not the biggest concern. It's the wind with this storm across North Iowa. So we are going to be watching this very closely over the next hour or two. Taking a look at velocity, this is what we base a lot of what we're looking at in terms of severe weather off of. Notice these bright colors just moved through Owatonna, moving through Steele County, approaching Blooming Prairie, Dodge County, and eventually Olmsted County. Very bright yellows. Those are indicating some very strong wind gusts of up to 60 to potentially 70 miles an hour. Now, one thing I will caution is that the radar that we're using to detect these storms is all the way up in Chanhassen. So that's quite a ways away, and as you get further away from the radar beam is more elevated. It's higher above the surface, which means that we are looking at stronger winds more aloft than potentially at the surface. So while this is picking up on potentially 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, that doesn't mean that's what we're seeing at the surface. Looking further south, again, very bright yellows indicating some very strong winds. And I just got word that we can toss to one of our MnDOT cameras. Very bright lightning, a lot of lightning there. That's something that you're going to see with these storms as well. This is near Claremont right now, which based off of radar, you guys are going to be seeing these storms within the next half hour. Very, very bright lightning. Frequent lightning is also a hazard with some of these storms. If you happen to be outside, you're definitely going to want to seek shelter. I can't imagine many people are outside this time of day, but if you are, you're going to want to seek shelter. So again, this is just all part of a large storm system that is sweeping across our neck of the woods. The Storm Prediction Center still has us in a level 4 out of 5. I think this is very appropriate considering what is tracking through north central Iowa right now. Damaging winds is the main concern, but we are also seeing some large hail being realized with some of these storms as well. So as we progress through the next hour, 2 to 3 hours, we are going to be keeping a very close eye on these storms. Winds up to 60 to 70 miles per hour in northeastern or the northern portions of our viewing area. I also understand that we have Rachel Mantos standing by in Freeborn County right now. If we want to toss to her, I understand that she's at one of the storm shelters there.
Yeah, that's right, Aiden. We're here at the Crossroads Church, which is open right now as a storm shelter, like you mentioned. Now, as you can see, the storms haven't quite hit yet right where I am, but we are seeing a lot of lightning just behind me there. You can see there was just another flash. Yep, and that was just another big one right there. So they are quickly coming into the area. So again, Crossroads Church, it is open right now. There's about a couple of dozen people inside. If you need somewhere safe to go, you want to make sure you get here now before the storms do finally roll in. It's better to be safe than sorry. Live in Albert Lee, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News.
Well, absolutely, you said it, Rachel. The best thing you can do is seek shelter in situations like this. We always say seek shelter during tornado warnings, but severe thunderstorm warnings can be just as dangerous, especially when you're seeing winds of up to 60 to 70, maybe even up to 80 miles an hour. So seeking shelter is very important. You're going to want to make sure that you're hunkered down as we head into the overnight hours tonight, and make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings, whether that be from your phone, all of the weather apps that you have likely have notifications enabled, or you can enable notifications to receive severe thunderstorm tornado warnings as they come out. We'll be sending out warnings as they come out on the ABC6 app as well. We'll be keeping the web updated. Our social media pages are going to be updated, so there are multiple ways you can keep track of things. Outside of that, the radio you can get updates on. You can get updates on TV right here. And my personal favorite is the NOAA weather radio. If you have a NOAA weather radio and if you have it tuned in, make sure it's either plugged in or you have batteries in it, because during the night with these late night storms, if you're sleeping and you have a dangerous thunderstorm warning issued for your area, it will wake you up, it'll notify you, and you'll be prepared to take action if you need to. Again, the main concern with most of these storms is going to be the damaging winds, although I can't rule out some large hail. And there is that slim possibility for a tornado. If a tornado warning is issued, we will go to wall-to-wall coverage. But until then, that about sums up what's going on across the area right now. Very heavy rain, very heavy wind is the main concern. And again, if we do see a tornado warning issued, then we will be back on here and we will cover that tornado warned storm until the warning expires. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it over to regular scheduled programming. If we have any other big updates, we'll be right back here for you, and you can stay tuned to us here at ABC 6.